Hey guys, Corey here from Team Bandless, bringing you my first place locals Yosenju deck profile. This is probably one of my favorite decks out there right now. It's kind of an anti-meta. It's got so much potential. I don't see how it's not doing anything right now because it's insane. It gets around a lot of cards. It pops a lot of cards. It does a lot of things. It's got high attack, swarm ability. It can go into XZs really easily, and it's got lockdown capability as well. But anyways, first place, I'll go over some of my matchups real quick. I 2-0'd Gladiator Beast. The player was really good, but the matchup wasn't really fair. I kind of just went through the game. Round 2, I played Spirit Beast. That player was really good as well. I side decked this against him, which shut him down in game 2. In game 1, I solemned his first monster right away, and I just gamed him. Game 3, I played qliphort. He was actually on Team Bandless, and his name is Adam. He got Skybase on board with qliphorts, and I got over him with having Sujik on field and in hand. Attacked over him and then just ran him per game. And then game 2, he sided in a Gravekeeper variant. It was pretty fun to watch, but it just couldn't stack up. But it was fun nonetheless. And then game 4, championship game, I beat Evil Swarm, Anti-Meta Lock. He ran certain things like Defissure and Kaiser Coliseum and things like that, and that kind of slowed me down. Every game he got me like down to 2,000, but I still ended up, attacking for game, obviously. But anyways, let me go ahead and get to the deck profile. We won 3-1. All the Yosenju commas return to the hand at the end phase. They also allow you another normal summon, and they all have their own extra effect. He is a compulse if you have another Yosenju monster on board. Comma 2, his effect is that he can attack directly. He's also a beater, so he's my Divine Wind target 90% of the time if he's in the deck. Attacking directly helps comma 3. But you don't really need it because comma 1 also, like I said, it's a compulse, and it clears boards for you to be able to attack. When a Yosenju monster inflicts damage, you can search right away, except for himself. So he's really good as your searcher. I was running 3 of this guy during playtesting, but you only need 2. 3 is overkill, and you can get him back from your graveyard if you want to with Yosenju Training Grounds. But he is you can drop him from your hand to have your opponent or have your monster gain 1,000 attack. And if he's on board, you can give any monster on the field 1,000 attack, and you can use both of those once per turn. For the last 2, we have Yosenju Masak and Yosenju Maggot. These 2 are awesome, and I love running them at 1 because they're searchable. Masak, he is a catastor, and Maggot is if you have 1, 2, or even 3 monsters on board, you can do whatever, especially if you know there's no back row or anything like that. You can normal Magat, go get Masak, and now you have 4,300 on board. Masak will return to the hand at the end of the turn when he is special summoned, but nonetheless, he's still awesome to get that kind of stuff on board. And the last monster is Gen X Ally Birdman. He is in there because I'm one synchro, and he's a tuner, and Divine Wind of Mist Valley. Plus they're all wind, so when you return him, he gets 1,900, which turns him into a pretty nice beater. For the spells, I run 3 Yosen Training Grounds. It's a pseudo Tenki. If you normal summon, you get a counter. If you special summon, you get a counter. So essentially, it's really easy to get those. You can only use one effect of this card per turn. It's not like Sujik where you can use both once per turn. The first one is remove a counter to have all your Yosenju monsters gain 300 attack, and the next one makes it Tenki for a Yosenju card. So that's really good too. Probably the best card in this deck because of how much you normal summon and swarm by doing it that way with this card, or also setting up your back row with this card is just nuts. So like Pot of Duality searches Yosen Training Grounds, it searches Tenki, it searches other monsters, and it fills up your hand. But anyways, that's why that's good. Tenki, obviously, because they're all Beast Warriors, level 4s and lowers anyway. Upstart because it helps a ton. This deck is a grind deck basically, and you can OTK with it, but Upstart's just a plus. For the last 2 spells, we run Divine Wind of Mist Valley and Dimensional Fissure. We don't ever use the Grave. We have the possibility with Yosen Training Grounds, but we don't do that. And Divine Wind of Mist Valley is just amazing to set up plays. We have, for the traps, 3 Mirror Force, because they all return at the end of the turn. It's just nice to have some guaranteed protection. 2 Breakthrough Skill, because monster effects are super lame. I bet a lot of players wish they had this playing the Yosenju deck, so, but it was really nice having. I did side it out against qliphorts, obviously. Macrocosmos, this is all 1-ofs now. Again, we don't use the graveyard, and it stops pendulum decks, which I kept in against qliphorts. Dimensional Prison, targeting is easy to get around now, so I just only run 1 Dimensional Prison, but it's still a great card nonetheless. 1 Compulse, 1 Bottomless, 1 Torrential Tribute, because your monsters are never on board. This card's really live. 1 Vanity's Emptiness, because we can, like I said, normal summon, and make that card really good. And the 1 Solemn Warning. That's the main deck there. I only sided out Breakthrough and Dimensional Prison and Fissure against certain decks. Obviously, the Breakthrough was against qliphorts, and the Fissure and Prison was against, or Macrocosmos, sorry, was against the Evil Swarm deck, because they ran it, so I didn't need to. Let me just put in extra cards like Prohibition. And, yeah, there's other cards in there. For the extra deck, I ran 1 Lightning Chidori that I only made 1 time. He's still really good, though. Cowboy, I cowboyed the Spiritual Beast for game, so that was really nice having him. And most of these I never actually made, because you don't need to. 1 Exciton Knight, Abyss Dweller, Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, Castel the Skyblast Musketeer, number 101 times 2. This card I made a lot, actually. Number 103 Ragnar Zero, put in work. It helped me draw a ton. There was decks that were playing tanky all over the place. qliphort with their +3, -3, 100 attack and defense. And then, of course, the qliphort player was also playing Necro Valley and some or Gravekeeper's monsters. And then one time someone Forbidden Lanced their own monster, and I went into this and destroyed them. And then number 80 Rhapsody and Berserk. Didn't make it, but I wouldn't take it out. And I had these in here for if I was playing a dark deck that would actually affect me, but I didn't. Stellar Knight Ptolemy and Stellar Knight Stellar Diamond. And then for Gen X Ally Birdman, I run 1 Black Rose Dragon to blow up the field. I also only ran 13 extra deck cards because I made this deck right before the tournament. For my side deck, I ran 2 Rivalry of Warlords. This was really good against the E-Swarm deck and Spirit Beast. Yeah, I know I got 2 different the card text on here, but we know what it does. Anyways, yeah, I played this, and it just completely shut down Spirit Beast and the E-Swarm. Put in a lot of work. I sided this in. I never sided this in because I wasn't even thinking about my deck with how many face-ups that I have. I should have just put in a Spell Shattering Arrow, but I made this. I was going to put this in against the Gladiator Beast deck, but I just ran through the game 1, and I didn't put it in game 2, and I ran through game 2, so it was a good decision. Magic Deflector. I should have put this in against E-Swarms because of the pandemic, but I like this card a ton. For the rest of the turn, negate all equip, field, continuous, and quick play spell card effects on the field. So this card is really good. It's basically a trap stun, except for normal spells and ritual spells, and obviously pendulum now too. But I mean, it was really nice knowing I had that opportunity to put it in there. 2 Unification. So anyone that's ever played a Spiritual Beast deck knows that they contact out on your turn so they can go off on their turn. So this kind of made it to where they couldn't do that. Once per turn, during each player's standby phase, the turn player declares a level from among the face-up monsters they control, then sends all face-up monsters they control with a different level to the graveyard. This card put in a lot of work against Spiritual Beast and things like that. I never cited this in Soul Drain or Light Imprisoning Mirror. I only went one Light Imprisoning Mirror because if I was going to play Burning Abyss, I thought maybe, but I never got to it. And I cited this in, but I never played it against Spiritual Beasts, Imperial Iron Wall. And for the last two cards, 2 Prohibition. I played this against qliphorts and E-Swarms. I saw it against qliphorts, called Scout. He actually cited Scout out to play a Gravekeeper variant, so it was just a dead card on the field. And like I said, that was a fun game. It was a unique qliphort deck. And then against E-Swarms, I never saw it, so... Anyways, that is the deck. If you like it, please try it out. It was really fun and it was really good on the weekend. Like I said, 8-0, didn't lose a game, and it's really fun. So please like, rate, subscribe. Thanks, guys.